How's it going, YouTube? Oxy here, and welcome back. Today I'm going to be reviewing Jurassic World Dominion. And yeah, just going to be giving my thoughts and opinions. So, let's just get out the way. I think it was a good film. It was a fun time. But there are some asterisks, if you will, So, I got to be honest, I didn't see the previous Jurassic World, so the new trilogy, World and then the something Kingdom, Fallen Kingdom. I did not see those. So I went into this blind, What sold me, well, obviously being dinosaurs. I mean, who doesn't like them? The fact that, like, Jeff Goldblum and, like, Laura, the female character, the ones from the original film, them coming back was like, oh, I gotta see it, because it's the first time them, and then Sam Neill, of course, Alan Grant, like the first time they've all three of them have been back together since the original. So I was like, oh, that's really cool, because let's be real, Jurassic Park, if you haven't seen it, all-time classic, right? Just Spielberg, again, the GOAT, Stan Winston, with the insane special effects, right? The giant animatronic dinosaur. And the film is obviously responsible partially for, like, CGI, right? It was one of the earliest uses of it, and, of the effect. And yeah, it's an important film to cinema, period. And yeah, so I think it was fun. Now, it's not a perfect movie by any means. So again, I did not see the other two. So there were some things that obviously I wouldn't get, or characters that if they were in them, I wouldn't know. So I'm just, giving you my opinion, just raw, right? Like, just this film alone, isolated. And I liked it. It was fun. Again, the original cast, seeing the three back together was awesome. Because the film, you have, like, Chris Pratt and, the ginger chick with, like, what I understood was, like, a clone girl who, again, I assume is in the previous film. And, you have that storyline, but then you have Alan Grant with Estelle, and, like, how they're invited to go to, what is it, Biosyn, right? Because they have that sanctuary always for dinosaurs, and of course things go south, like always. I guess that's one thing I can say. It's like the premise is always gonna be the same, but that's like a lot of franchises. Take like Terminator or Predator, right? It's always the same thing, like over and over, and this is no different, right? Dinosaurs break out, people die, that. But I did enjoy it. It was a lot of fun. Of course, all the dinosaurs are really cool. They didn't say the name, at least I don't think so. But I really love the one, that feathered one with those long, like, claws, That one was really cool. And then I loved it at the end with that and the T-Rex teamed up to kill the, what was it, Gigantosaurus something, right? It was with the G. But when they teamed up to kill it, that was pretty cool. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. As a send-off, because of course after seeing the film, and you do, like, you read up on it, it's like this was meant to be a send-off, and it very much is, right? Because this was the sequel trilogy, if you will, for Jurassic Park, and this wrapped it all up, including, like, going all the way back to the original trilogy. And this was just like I think it did a good enough job of being that, like, bow tie, of the series. And if they never make one again, which we know they will, because these films do make a lot of money, we know they will eventually, or they reboot it, right? But I think it was a nice send-off. Everything ended happily. Like, all these characters were, like, we kind of see, like, what they go on to do, and, like, what they're doing after. And it's, I can say, very much appreciated, honestly, in this day and age with, like, shared universes and all that, like the MCU and all that. It gets tiresome, you get, like, burnout, I don't know, at least I do, of all these franchises, like, continuing or everything has to be connected. Look, it's cool like once or twice, but then when it's like constant, like it gets repetitive, like way too much. So it's nice that in this day and age there is like definitive ends, you know. Stories don't have to be endless. That's why like when series run on, you know, like the quality tends to dip, right? It's like just keep it, you know, you want to keep the quality over quantity. And you know, it's like I think they did good. Like again, from what I saw, my knowledge, like it was really good. The dinosaurs were cool as always. I really like a standout character I really liked was the pilot. She was really cool, pretty badass. I don't know if she was in the previous two, but she was really cool. Like I liked her, and you know she had the nice little like redemption story, and there were nice parallels. I liked how the big bad guy, the head at Biosyn, the one character, I think Malcolm or his like assistant, right? The one that's showing like Grant and Estelle around the facility. He that guy's helping essentially them and Jeff Goldblum so they can get like a sample for a locust to it's like a conspiracy, right, to tie it to Biosyn that they're responsible for it. Sorry, not that character, but he was involved. Jeff Goldblum, Dr. Malcolm, where there's a line where he tells that the main guy like, like essentially the story of Prometheus and how like you know you will fall or whatever. And there was a nice symbolism where anytime we saw him, like a couple times, looking at fire, there was like the fire in his eyes because like Prometheus, you know, it was the story. I believe it's like when he sees the light, he's like cast down to the earth or to the underworld, and ultimately, right, the guy meets his end. I guess cons I can say is like being that it's the finale. I guess it's a little predictable. Like there wasn't really a point other than maybe the newer characters, or once or twice, like the legacy, I was like, oh, they're gonna die, you know, to pass the torch, right? Like that type of moment. But no, at the end, literally all the major characters are fine. No one dies, which was like, huh, you know, it's like surprising to see. Like even some of the bad guys, like the Asian scientist, because I know he was in the previous two, where like he's like you know, working on the dinosaurs and that, and he wants to fix the locust issue he made. But like he's fine, he doesn't get any comeuppance. But I get it. I mean, he's like flawed, but trying to do the right thing or like redeem himself. But yeah, I guess that's one thing I can say. And like, I'm not saying I wanted them to die, but there was not really ever a sense of danger, I guess. Again, it's not really the film's fault. It's just more the franchise because it's literally like the same type of thing over and over again. That it's like we've seen it already, you know? So it's like nothing new, really. But I enjoyed it. I think it was fun just for the spectacle. And again, someone who did not see the previous two, it's fine. I had fun with it. And if I ever give it a rating of from 1 through 10, I'd give it a 7.5. I think it's fine enough, and as a send-off, I liked it. You know, everyone ends, like, it's like everyone gets their happily ever after, so it's fine. But let me know what you guys think. Did you see it? You know, am I wrong? Like, is this film utter garbage or a masterpiece? I will say I am limited. You know, you already know. But yeah, guys, that's it. If you like this type of content, I make new videos every Tuesdays and Saturdays. And as always, please be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that good jazz. I've been your host, Oxy. Take care, and I'll see you next time.